Pull the trigger, ain't nobody gonna do for you. Pull the trigger.
Maybe you should pull the fucking trigger.
Pull the trigger, ain't nobody gonna do for you. Pull the trigger, don't hesitate, just shoot.
Hey guys, welcome to BTECT. Gina here with a very quick unboxing of the Vodafone Smart Ultra 7. So we all know Vodafone are pretty good at making budget smartphones. Smart Ultra 6 won our 2015 budget smartphone of the year. So let's see the Smart Ultra 7, can it bring back that same bang for buck? Let's take a look at the box first. It's the classic Vodafone sort of style, just very plain packaging. On the back we have the specs. It's running Android Marshmallow, which is great straight out of the box. It's got a 5.5 inch Full HD screen, same as an iPhone 6s Plus, 2960 milliamp battery, and it's got 16 gigabytes of internal storage with space for a micro SD card. So let's open up the box. And we are immediately greeted by the phone. We can take that plastic screen off the front, have a quick look at the phone, put it to the side for a second while we see what else is in the box. And of course there is the classic literature, quick start guide, warranty, all those sorts of things. Put that to the side, and we've got another box in here that's got our charger and our headphones, and it charges by micro USB, not USB Type-C. And let's take a quick look at the phone. So you've got that micro USB port down the bottom as well as a bottom firing speaker. You've got really nice textured buttons on the side and they do protrude quite nicely. We've got a 13 megapixel back camera with a little blue sticker on it at the moment. You've got that Vodafone logo down the bottom with a sort of textured looking plastic back cover, although it is not textured, it just looks like it is. And around the front you've got that 5 megapixel front camera with a front flash, which is exciting. So this phone in the hand, it feels quite heavy. It sort of feels like a phablet. I do have quite small hands though, so this is going to be a tricky one for me to be able to use one-handed, probably better suited to Basil and those of you with bigger hands. The screen is beautiful. I am so pleasantly surprised by this phone. I wasn't expecting to be so excited by this phone, but I actually am. First impressions, and Vodafone have done a really good job. The screen is just beautiful. That Full HD 5.5 inch screen, it's a pleasure to look at. There's a physical home button down the bottom as well, which I really like, as well as capacitive buttons. So a nice little mix there. I'm a big fan of the physical home button. It's running basically stock Android, which is really nice to see. You've got a little bit of Vodafone bloatware, but that's standard for any Vodafone branded phone. First impressions, I really like this screen. It feels soft to the touch, it's really nice to use, and this whole phone fits really nicely in my hands. So far, so good. Let's see how it performs over the next week or so. But right now, thumbs up to Vodafone. What do you guys think? Do you like the look of it? Let me know in the comments section below, and our full review will be coming very soon. Thanks for watching BTECT.
For business news, videos and insights, check out the O2 Business blog by clicking the link on screen or in the description below.
Hi guys, it's Toddy here with Recombu, and in front of me I have the brand new Vodafone Smart Platinum 7. So last year's Smart Prime 6 was the top phone that Vodafone offered to its customers. It was a carrier lock device, unsurprisingly, and it was pretty good for the spec and for the price. It was a good value for money device, and it actually became one of our most popular phones of the year. We gave it some awards at the Recombu Awards, and now they're here with this, and this looks like a step up, not just in offering the same kind of equivalent package 1 year later, but actually really stepping it up in terms of hardware and price. So if we take a look at the box, first of all, you have a kind of traced kind of silhouette of the phone on the front. You've got some of the basic specs on the back here, which kind of alludes to what we're dealing with, but I will get to those in a second. I really just want to take the lid off and show you what this phone is. So if I tip it out, so the phone is there front and center. So if I just twirl it around quickly, I'll take off the screen protectors whilst we're here as well, because I know people like it when I do that and get upset when I leave them on. So as you can see, this is, well, it's a very shiny phone, but it's a kind of different beast to a lot of Vodafone's other handsets. Usually there's metal elements, but a lot of plastic, particularly on the back. It's a removable back. This is a wholly different design. It's a unibody design with this metal frame. It's got this nice shiny chamfered edge you can see there. It feels really good in the hand, really sturdy, very premium, much more akin to the likes of the Samsung Galaxy S6 and Huawei's P9 in certain ways as well. A few other phones as well in here in this design you can kind of see and feel. And it's Gorilla Glass on the front and the back as well, and as I'm turning it around you might also have noticed that we have a fingerprint sensor. So this is one of the first Vodafone branded devices to pack a fingerprint sensor, and it's on the back just like the Nexus devices, the 5X and the 6P, and a few other phones as well. You can actually see as I shine the light on it as well, there's a nice textured effect, a nice carbon fiber kind of finish going on the surface there, which is pretty attractive. So I'm going to power this on and I'll go through the rest of the box, and then I'll run you through some of the key specs that has in it. So next up we have this little package here, which kind of hints at the SIM tool, is what I believe that is. So if I peel this open, so we have the get started guide, and we have warranty information, no surprises there. And we have the SIM tool itself, so it's a standard SIM tool, nothing crazy about that. I presume it's nano SIM, but I'll check that out in a second. And then if we lift this section out, that's the rest of the box. It's all left into this section here. So if I open this up, so we have earbuds of various sizes, because if I remember correctly, we also have a micro USB lead. It's not Type C, standard micro USB lead, but we've got earbuds, micro USB lead, and premium headphones. So in-ear headphones, not on-ears, not like Apple AirPods, but actually in-ears. So you have the different plates there to swap them out. I don't know whether they have an inline remote. I can't see one, but knowing Vodafone's other headphone offerings, even the more cheap, like the cheaper ones, there's probably an inline remote in there too. And then the last piece should be a power adapter. So this is of course not a UK box, but if you buy this in the UK, you'll get a UK power adapter. It's a travel adapter. I don't know if this one actually supports it, but the phone actually does support Qualcomm's Quick Charge 3.0 technology. So the latest Qualcomm fast charging standard that you can get. Let's have a look. So this is just the travel charger. I'd have to test it out to be sure whether it has fast charging or not. But this phone does support fast charging. So, I mean, the intro sequence might take a little bit of time. I'll skip all this for now just to get through to the interface and add an account later. But what we're looking at here is a 5.5 inch AMOLED display. It's a WQHD screen, so it is a 2K display, AMOLED, so you have really nice blacks. It's the highest resolution display we've ever seen on a Vodafone device, 5.5 inches, as I said. There we go. So this is the user experience on offer from the Smart Platinum 7. So like I said, 5.5 inch screen, 2K display, really pretty to look at. Viewing angles seem really good on first impressions, nice and bright and colourful and sharp. It's a 5.5 inch size, with the kind of bezels aren't actually that big, and we actually have front facing speakers. I don't know if you can see that just there. They're very thin bar at the top and bottom. I hope that's a speaker too. I can test that out come full review time. The body itself feels great, like I said earlier. It's 6.99 millimeters thick, so very thin. And it feels great in the hand, and on the back, as well as that fingerprint sensor, we have a 16 megapixel rear camera capable of HDR, hoping 4K as well, although we haven't confirmed that yet. Actually, I can check that right now whilst we're here. Yes, please dismiss all of the notifications. You can see as well, Vodafone's very good at trying to help people video quality. Yeah, looks like you can get 4K video on here, so that's great. So this is a 4K capable phone as well. So on the inside, that Quick Charge 3.0 technology is capable thanks to a Qualcomm Snapdragon 652 processor, an octa-core chip backed up by 3 GB of RAM. So that's it's a little bit beefier than the 650, which we've seen in the Sony Xperia X. There's not really many other phones in the UK with this chipset. You might be able to get the likes of the Samsung Galaxy A9 and I think it's the Asus Zenfone 3 Ultra. They also have the 652, but there's not many phones in the UK that have this chipset. So it's 3GB of RAM, that octa-core chipset, 32GB of internal storage. It doesn't look to be expandable. Oh no, correction, no, it is expandable up to 128GB as well. So you have, this must be a hybrid SIM slot and microSD slot right here. So you've got plenty of room for expansion as well. You've got 8MP front facer, and I think that's everything you need to know off the bat. So it's a good looking phone, it's a powerful phone, the screen looks really gorgeous. I'm really looking forward to testing this thing out. The last thing to note is the price. So on pay-as-you-go, Vodafone's offering this up for £300. So it's not a budget offering or a super kind of value for money offering like some of the other phones that they've offered in the past, but you get a lot more going on here. So it's still a good value for money versus a lot of other flagships, I think, based on the spec sheet and based on the first impressions that we're getting here. You can also get it on contract. I think it's £28 a month on a 24-month plan, and that'll give you a gigabyte of data. It's 4G plus, so it's actually a Cat 6 LTE antenna in there, so aerial in there, excuse me. So you'll be able to get the fastest 4G connection that Vodafone offers on the Smart Platinum 7. So that is it. If you have any questions about this phone, you can drop us a line down below in the comments, excuse me. And if you stay tuned, we'll have a full review for you very, very soon. Thanks for watching.